Hello everybody, I am here today for another TF2 tutorial. Yes, I have returned for another week of teaching you how to play as the medic. In my opinion, medic's probably my best class. I'm just good at medic. It's one of those classes I'm good at along with demo, soldier and scout. Those are my best ones. I'm not really great at engineer. Actually, the beauty about TF2 is like you start out with your best class, and then after a certain amount of time you're just good at every class because it's required as part of the game, and so you feel an obligation to become consistent in every class. Anyway, I'm here to tell you, or to give you some pieces of advice on how to get started and to get a bit better at medic. Medic can be a difficult class to play. It depends on your team, on your opposing team. If it's a team of spies, you can have problems. If it's a team of just, no spies, no snipers, no problem. It's a straightforward, you can get through it easily. To start off, you as a medic are the most useful asset that a team can have, because medics are just so important on keeping a team alive and using Ubercharge or getting crits or anything like that. It's designed to give the team an advantage and to help them survive. If a team doesn't really have a medic, it's a lot harder for a team to win, because medics just keep players alive when they're trying to push the car or they're trying to cap the point. And if you look at competitive for like a second, you see that everyone's seemingly a high priority is to keep the medic's Ubercharge up and not to let the medic die. But that's the big thing. The medic is a high priority for the last point, because usually they have a good defense at the last point, and the medic has to be there to Ubercharge to kill all the guys so someone else can cap the point. Medics are so important for TF2. You don't realize how massively helpful it is to be on 60 health running away as a soldier, and then suddenly a medic comes along and just makes your day better. It's just the best. Anyway, my first piece of advice, which is probably the simplest and the most straightforward, as I said already, your Ubercharge is by far priority. So, in light of that, stay out of sight of all enemies. Some people say that you should get in their face and confuse them. No, don't, because they will kill you if they have any sort of skill. So, in light of that, what you should be doing is trying to stay out of their way. As in, more out of the way you are and still healing them, the better. That's why the Crusader's crossbow is so good, because you can still heal your teammates even from being far away. In fact, the further away the better. That's why I use the Crusader's crossbow, and it's why it's used mostly in competitive rather than a syringe gun, because that far away healing factor keeps the medic and therefore the Ubercharge alive. Now, what you might be saying is not getting hit is easy, but it depends on the team you're facing, because in all serious teams, medic is high priority. Like in competitive games, for example, medic is the first target in the team. They always go for the medic first. Soldiers sacrifice themselves to kill medics if they can. Or any class will do it. Will gladly do it to kill a medic, because the medic is by far the highest profile and the most important example in any team. My second piece of advice is be sure to spy check regularly. Because the thing is, as a medic, your job's pretty simple. Stay alive, heal the enemies. Compared to everyone else who has to kill everyone, that's not that bad. So you're a lot more likely, considering you're looking at your teammates, you're a lot more likely to either get backstabbed or to see someone get backstabbed. So, I keep saying so for some dumb reason. Watch out for the decloaking sound similar to how to play heavy. Watch out for any sort of suspicious activity like a syringe gun medic, that's a big one. Or a non-sticky bomb launcher demo, those are pretty big And don't be afraid to take out your Uber saw and shove it in their face. Some spies don't even know they're spies yet. That's part of the whole spy thing. If the spy doesn't know they're a spy. Oh jeez, that's a mouthful. Anyway, if the spy doesn't know they're a spy, they're not going to change their activity. So just don't be afraid to hit him in the face with an Uber saw, and make sure it is an Uber saw, because that adds to your Uber and just makes it more likely to win. My third piece of advice: use your Ubercharge wisely, especially in pub games. Use it when you think it's appropriate. Try to use it the best time you possibly can. For example, in pub games, you might be healing up a guy who's not very capable of getting many kills and pushing a card or doing much things because he's a new player. That's not a problem. But you should not be ever giving your Ubercharge to that person. They don't deserve, no offense to them, but they're not going to do much with it. Find someone who's rocket jumping around the place, getting loads of kills, take on them, and then they'll do something with the uber charge. As well as characters, be careful with situation. Like, the best, by far, best scenario you can have for uber charge is sentries. If a sentry is up, stick on your uber charge and go for the sentry. Especially near the end of the map, which usually happens in deadlocks, that right in the end, someone pops an uber charge like an SAP map and just destroys all the sentries at last, because we all know there's going to be a lot of sentries at last, and then you can just decimate them with one uber charge. Another smaller piece of advice I'm going to give, which is mostly for very, very new medic. Don't just stick on a medic. Don't just stick on a heavy. Now, heavy medic combo is one of the best combos in the game and is a must for pushing on cards, and is usually the best for breaking deadlocks with uber charge. But there are other players on the team that you need to heal. For example, if you're the only medic on the team and there's like 2 demos, a soldier, 2 scouts and a heavy, and you're stuck on that heavy and everyone else dies because you don't heal them, that's your fault. It's not their fault. Well, unless they die in a stupid way, but usually it's not their fault. What you should be doing, rather than just sticking behind one heavy, is roaming around, finding good places to put on your uber charge firstly, and secondly to find good players who are in good positions for fighting them off. There is one point in this game where they're just right up in the spawn, and instead of going with the heavy, which I should have, I run right up behind the soldier, uber charge him, which basically won us the game because they couldn't come back from that immediately. So, to finish off that point, all I'm going to say is try and heal as many as fast as you can. Another piece of advice I'm going to give is try and overcharge as many as you can, because you don't realize how useful overcharge is, but how much damage they take when they're overcharged when they rocket jump compared to how much when they take when they have normal health is minimal. It's really, really good. So you should be trying to overcharge any soldiers you see about to rocket jump, because it saves them a lot of health. Be trying to help demos who are sticky jumping, try to help scouts who are trying to get away from the bad guys, and personally what I like to do is in the very beginning of the game overheal everyone. Every single person I see, just overheal all of them, because you don't know who could use it right up before the game starts, because we all know that's carnage when that starts off. My last piece of advice, as per usual, is to have fun. Although Medic isn't the most fun class to play, TF2 is still a fun game, and I still enjoy it, and I'm rambling now. Anyway, that's it. If you like what you saw, I'll take it next time. If you didn't like what you saw, then I won't take it next time. Feel free to like and subscribe. Bye.